distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle.
This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
On first down, Hargrove.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. This defense for the Broncos, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Off play action.
Daly. He'll let it go deep for Beckham.
He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Odell Beckham. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
They run for the first time with Javonte Williams.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 and 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory.
A huge play there for Denver. Well, big plays have been somewhat absent for him in recent weeks, but here's one for his first catch of the game.
Yeah, we've heard the grumblings that he feels like he's not getting the ball enough, not getting a chance to make big plays, the ones that he's capable of making. Well, how about that? A big play early. Maybe that'll get him re-energized, and he'll look to make more of those as this game goes on. Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. And throw right side complete to Parker. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. Gay's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the year.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
They go play action here on first down. He completes it to Beckham. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They'll try the left side. Hargrove, and he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 28.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Caught left side, it's Beckham. Touchdown! Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Now the try here for the extra point.
this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Denver. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. He's at the 40. 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
They'll run on first down. Hargrove. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Off the play fake. Daly. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 21-3 is your score after 1. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now a give right side. Hargrove. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal. He'll try again. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. Third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. On play action, they'll throw. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. And the defense bit hard there. They were thinking run all the way, play fake, working to perfection on fourth down.
And it was able to work because of the down and distance situation. Fourth and short, you've got to respect the run. You show a little play action. Oftentimes you find people open for what you need, and that's exactly what they got done there. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Williams, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Point after, right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Well, they have certainly done their best to get him the football in this one as they hook up on another completion there. Maybe that lack of involvement, Charles, that's a thing of the past now.
Well, I think, partner, that's their love language with him, right? Throwing the football to him. That's what he wants, right? That's their way of saying, we need you. We don't need any more disharmony on the team. We have to function as one unit. And if we throw you the football, we expect good things to happen as a result.
A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw again. Steps away to his left. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start. Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On second down, Williams. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's fourth down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he has got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And
eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Joseph Osai just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll set up a throw. This pass caught by Hamler. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run it with Williams. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's got his tight end, Fant. Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Fant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 15.
Makes the score Seahawks 35. Broncos 20.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points. I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hargrove. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. Daly. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A huge play there for Denver.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Second and 20. He'll look to throw. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Back to throw. Daly. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And the Seahawks on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Daly. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back to throw now on first down. Open man Hamler, that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Daly toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On first down, Hargrove. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Hargrove Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Mike 51. Mike 51. We got to get to the ball.
Off the play fake. Daly. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They go play action here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Back to throw again. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run on 1st down. Hargrove. And some space here. And down inside the 15 he goes. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Hargrove. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Seahawks,